Hello everyone, this is a quick video about an acne treatment that I found to be helpful over the course of time. As per usual, nothing I'm saying in this video should be construed as medical advice. This is for informational purposes only. If you need medical advice, please ask your healthcare provider to get that advice. And also, if you wouldn't mind taking a quick moment to either like, share, or post a quick comment or subscribe, depending on which social media platform you're watching this on, I'd really appreciate it. So thanks in advance for taking a second to do that. So the inspiration for this video came up from something that happened to me about a week ago. Been doing some cleansing work lately, as I do from time to time, because it's just fun, and why not do some cleansing from time to time. And one of the sometimes not so pleasant side effects of cleansing is that little skin lesions will come up, and just I felt this spot on my forehead just kind of starting to get like a little bit irritated. It's like like I'm gonna get an acne lesion there, and I thankfully I have healthy skin. I mean, had skin issues once upon a time in my earlier days, but thankfully, healthy diet and lifestyle and things like that. Skin's generally very clear, which I'm thankful for. But I knew that there was an acne lesion, a pimple, a bruin, and so I started applying a topical silver spray. The product I like the best is called ACS 200. I have no financial affiliations with that product. It's made by a company called Results RNA. They're based out of the United States. So no financial affiliations with that company or anything, but I've just found that it's a very effective product as far as a silver product goes. It's got 200 parts per million silver concentration, whereas a lot of the products that are available over the counter, especially here in beautiful Canada, are only 10 or maybe 20 parts per million, maybe 30 parts per million on a good day. So 200 parts per million, quite a bit stronger. Nothing against those other products. I just don't really have experience using those other products to a great extent. I've had some patients who have been using those other products for various reasons, and when we switched to the 200 parts per million, it does seem to work better. So I do think that more is better in this case. But again, if folks are getting good results with the lower concentration product, all the power to them. So basically with this ACS 200, and I was like not really that concerned. It's like, oh, if I get a pimple on my forehead, so be it. It's not the end of the world. So I wasn't like being super fastidious with this. If I was, I'd be applying this probably several times a day, but I was applying it maybe twice a day, give or take. Just kind of thought about it in the morning or before bed or something like that. I applied it, and I felt the pimple like wanting to come to a head. I knew it felt like it was going to be like a pretty notable one, and it just kind of treaded water for maybe like 2-3 days. It's like if you looked really closely, you see like, oh yeah, maybe the skin's getting a little bit red there, but it just stayed under the surface, literally and figuratively, and then just completely went away, and it's been totally fine. So maybe like 2-3 days of the silver application, and it worked like a charm. So I've used this as a treatment for other for patients of mine as well, like folks who are dealing with just ongoing acne or recurring acne, not just the random like self-induced detox related pimples. And it's of course not a panacea for everyone, but I have seen favorable results in a number of patients who have used this. Whether it's teenage patients who are going through that sort of difficult transition period in life where there's maybe more acne as part of the reality of puberty and all of that, but I've also used it in non-adolescents as well, full-grown adults, and it can be helpful as well. Silver has a strong antimicrobial property, so kind of akin to why people would take antibiotics or using other antimicrobial interventions. Then that's kind of the way in which the silver product would presumably works. It doesn't, to my knowledge, have a direct anti-inflammatory component. It doesn't help with getting rid of excess oil or oil balancing or microbiome balancing on the skin, as some other interventions might. So if a person really needs those types of interventions, then the silver might not be effective. One of the things that I really like about the silver is that it's in a base of water. So when I was applying it to myself, I just spray it on the spot. It's like a mist of water going on my forehead, and then I would just let it air dry, and the silver particles remain that residue basically. So it's not oily, it's not time consuming to put it on, it's not stinging, it doesn't sting, it's not irritating. So it's just very, very user friendly, just like spritz and done. So yeah, just wanted to share that because I had a recent firsthand experience with it. I've used it a couple of times in the past for other self-induced skin lesions popping up. And yeah, I really love having the silver around. Like if I get a cut or something, if I'm nick myself in the kitchen, or I get the other day. I was at a kickboxing class and somebody scratched my face, and so I was spraying that on there just afterwards, just as an extra little antiseptic sort of intervention. So silver is a really great antimicrobial, and my little plug for using it topically for a couple of different conditions. So I hope this was of interest. If anybody has any questions or comments about this topic, please post it in the comment section below. If you yourself have used silver in some way, shape, or form and you found it to be helpful, if you feel comfortable sharing with us in the comment section, be interested to know about that. Silver is one of those things where it's been around for silver's been around for a long time. It's been used medicinally for quite a long time, but it's not really, I find it's not talked about super commonly, not nearly as much as certain other treatments and supplements and things like that. So if you have any anecdotes about that yourself, I'd be curious to hear about them. So thank you for your attention, and I'll leave it there for now.